Hello, this is Greg Allison from Green Greg's Garden and Worm Farm, coming to you today talking about wild edibles. Today we talk about sheep sorrel. Sheep sorrel is a wild edible that is preferring highly acidic soil. Now here it is when it's about to go into flower or seed. Typically you will often see these flowers or seed turn kind of a reddish color. Sometimes it has a reddish stem. One of the key characteristics is these leaves. These leaves often have kind of an arrowhead shape that looks kind of spear-like. I think I knocked the bottom off there, but here now it's starting to look a little grassier looking. There we go. That's the leaf I wanted to show you. This is typical on a sheep sorrel plant. Now sheep sorrel is in the buckwheat family, so I imagine these fruits here would be kind of buckwheatish, but notice this leaf, sheep sorrel. Now, sheep sorrel, that's kind of a lemony taste to me. Maybe not exactly lemon, but it's close. It's a tart flavor. I find it a good flavor. I really like sheep sorrel, some of my favorite wild edibles. And you often find it in, like I said, acidic soil, near pastures. Look here. See these leaves? Now these are bigger ones. So something's kind of tread through here. I laid down on some of this. Of course we got clover here, which I've also mentioned in other videos as being edible. But this is a nice little wild edible. Here this is kind of spear shaped. You can see these leaves are small. Sometimes they get large. I like this. I had tart up salad, real nice. And it's good eating raw. And those little seeds is going to make a lot more sheep sorrel here. This is kind of a little wild herb patch right now, which will probably be later a pea patch. But sheep sorrel is native to Eurasia and the British Isles. But the funny thing about sheep sorrel is, though native to the British Isles and Eurasia, it's almost the sole food of the American copper butterfly, or the small copper butterfly sometimes called. So how is it that an American butterfly is almost solely dependent on a Eurasian or British Isle food for sustenance? That's kind of strange, right? But now it likes acidic soil, which you normally find near the wood lines. So I thought it interesting to let you see that. You do often find it near woods. Sometimes they claim it grows around old mining camps. Soil that blueberries love is the same soil that sheep sorrel loves. It's often considered a weed on blueberry farms. But sheep sorrel is very interesting in that I don't only get that about the copper, but they do claim that copper butterfly larva can eat some related plants. But the mature butterfly apparently goes to the sheep sorrel. So that's kind of strange. In any event, it's a nice wild edible. It grows in abundance. I found it all my life in pastures and fields in good quantity. So that is a good staple in the spring and summer. It comes out pretty early in the spring, so this is already Memorial Day weekend. Today's Memorial Day in 2019, and you can see that's already been grown for a while. It's going to seed, so it's a very nice wild edible, and I highly encourage you to try it. It's one of the mix. I'll be showing a lot more videos on wild edibles, so be sure to bang the subscription button and the update notification button on my channel. We've got so much more to come on wild edibles, how to grow your own food, how to survive and thrive and not become part of the hive, how to be prepared and not scared. And sometimes I talk about the threats, but don't take because I talk about threats that I'm trying to scare everybody. I want everybody awake, because the best way to be prepared, the best way to prepare is to be aware. Also, I cover a lot of stuff about growing your own garden, as I mentioned, and if you want to grow your own garden, and do so without having to go to the city, having to go to the stores to buy supplies to grow with. Have your own worm farm. See, I believe in being able to farm with a grid down. And yes, I got worms. And yes, I also sell worms. GreenGregs.com. I ship worms all over the country year around. We can pack worms very well here. Know how to do that. Know how to squeeze a peat moss just right so I can ship it year round. I don't raise them in peat moss, but I do ship it in peat moss. But I have no trouble shipping year round all over the United States. Hot summers and cold winter days included. So come here for your worms, GreenGregs.com, link below. Food prices are set to skyrocket. I'm covering that in some other videos. So you do need to grow your own food. Also for prepper supply, now's the time to get it while the prices are affordable. My Patriot Supply has a lot of good stuff available to you. You can buy, you know, a few days, you can buy a week, you can buy a month, you can buy a year. You can get enough stuff from My Patriot Supply for $2 a meal for a year for a person. Can't beat that. Now you can. Next year, bets are off because, as I said, food prices are set to skyrocket. You might want to think about getting what you can right now while you can. And yeah, don't put that off. And the other thing is that for planting your own seeds, do check my links to My Patriot Supply. No, excuse me. Well, they do have some seeds there too, and some heirloom seeds. But go to True Leaf Market below. All kind of seed supplies, heirloom seeds, stuff to grow your own microgreens. I got videos on growing microgreens. I'll be doing more on that. So check out the links below. Supports my channel. Thank you for watching.